and we're getting started on round 4. See if we can get our stream to cooperate.
Okay, well, we're back.
Refresh it. We're back to this thing, yeah.
Yeah. Please, maybe, well, I was having better, maybe I was having, as I was looking at the lower resolution. But I guess that doesn't help. Who knows? Patrick's his middle name. Yeah, no worries. Ooh, I forget that guy's name, but the one that allows you to capture with neighboring creatures. It's exciting.
Oh yeah, it's Operations Officer Yishi, I believe.
Sounds right.
Ooh.
And a Morpheus?
Okay.
Oh, Fangtooth Cavern, though, start. It's going
Fangtooth Cavern. This is going to be an interesting matchup. Collin has a real fun card in his deck.
Fangtooth Caverns.
I'm looking forward to seeing it when it comes out. But this is good. This is good. The visual quality is improved. We got double Fangtooth Cavern on the right here for Sam. It's going to do some work right away.
So yeah, look at that. I got rid of the 2 most important creatures. Don't even care about that taunt.
Man. Both these players have... I'm looking at deck lists. They have real interesting decks. It's going to be a fun matchup, I think. So we played Berserker Slam, I think, right?
Festering Touch.
Festering Touch, sorry. It looks... The art kind of looks like Berserker Slam.
That's fine. This begins its touching of the opponent creatures.
That's right.
And a Snag's Mirror.
Snag's Mirror. Okay, so the overlapping house is just Star Alliance?
Yep.
So they each will have the ability to lock their opponent out of Star Alliance.
Wonder how that interacts with Fangtooth Cavern. Because you need to be able to keep deploying... Well, I mean, like, does it make it easier? Or is it just going to completely wreck your strategy of Fangtooth, if you wanted to try and go for Snag's Mirror? A win condition.
Well, so... That's a good question. So you play Star Alliance. So Star Alliance creatures are normally smaller. So if you play Star Alliance, you're preventing, like he just did. His opponent can't call Star Alliance. His opponent is looking at Star Alliance cards. I really hope they're not planning on calling Star Alliance. Oh, did he just lock him out of the game? What is his hand? His hand is like...
Oh, no, there's a Regrettable Meteor.
Oh, okay. But I think he's got 4 Star Alliance cards in hand. And he can't play them. He can just Meteor and play Exile. I think he's got Exile. Wow, that's real rough. Or he can just call Dis, fight Snag. Yeah, he's just going to call Dis and Reap with Snag?
Well, 2 of those fight. Okay.
Fight with Snag?
Yeah. Force his opponent to go back in the Star
Alliance. But that's
Alliance.
not what you want to do. You don't want him to call Star Alliance because it locks you out of the house. No. Now he's...
If Sam doesn't have any Star Alliance creatures...
It's still real bad because you're forcing your opponent to call a house that at worst is 2
Reaps.
Put
you in a bad spot. Yeah.
At worst it's 2 Reaps, and then you've not solved the problem that you have in your hand. Right? So now the Cavern is going to hit twice. So now that definitely is a thing. But like, if you're Sam here,
right?
You could figure out that if you have any sort of Star Alliance play, you can maybe figure out that. Well, maybe not now, because now he's called a house and is playing cards. So this might not be obvious. I think he's discarding Exile.
Mm-hmm.
So he draws 2 cards. I think they were both Star Alliance. Oh man. If he had not played the Caverns, he's going to go into Shadows, so he's going to solve his problem for him. Wow. If he had any Star Alliance play at all, that would be one of the silliest things I've ever seen. The problem is his Caverns would make any creatures he played not stick to the board, so it wouldn't work, right? So you at some point would run out of stuff to reap with. But if he had not played Caverns, cards earlier, and obviously he's not playing for this particular hypo, and
Right.
he doesn't know that his opponent has Snag's Mirror and is going to play it, because he played those caverns before Snag's Mirror, so he can't play to that. But man, that's a different, in an alternate universe, this match takes an abrupt left turn.
Right.
One turn ago. It's really interesting. Okay, so now he's got to cavern out his own things.
Interesting playing the bad penny into the caverns.
So the interesting thing,
creatures.
you allow one of your Shadow's creatures to live.
Right.
Right, because if you don't do that, then other than Ronnie, you're basically just discarding the creatures.
Right, that's true.
So if he plans on calling Shadows next turn, it's not as bad. But his caverns have created this environment, unfortunately, where he's kind of locked into the choices that he's making. Meanwhile,
whoa.
Collin's playing Peace Accord.
Explorer with a Calvin attached to it.
Right, which will 100% die if Sam wants it to at the end of this turn.
That's crazy.
So let's talk about this. If you're Collin, do you play that as an upgrade there? Because you're just basically asking for it to be killed by Cavern. Whereas if you play two creatures, you at least have to. They have to he's got to have an answer.
Right.
So that was an interesting choice. I don't know that I would agree with that, but it depends on what he has in hand. I'm not sure. So he went into Shadows. He played Bad Penny, Chain Gang. I don't know why Bad Penny came back to hand.
I think they pestering blowed their own Bad Penny. Okay.
I don't know why he wouldn't Pestering Blow the other one, but that's fine. Because there's not a Soul Snatcher effect in play.
Right. So now Bad Penny dies and Explorer dies.
No. Umbra dies.
Umbra dies. Oh,
yeah, he had an Umbra on the board. Yeah. That's why I was curious. So by playing Bad Penny there, he not only clogged his hand, but he also made it so he can't kill Explorer at the end with the Fangtooth. So playing Bad Penny was, I think, probably an objective misplay there, unfortunately. But again, I don't know if he's got recursion in his deck or things he can take advantage of Bad Penny that he wants it later. I don't think he does, so you probably want to, even if you're going to Pestering Blow your own Bad Penny, you want to discard your Bad Penny when it goes back to hand. To kill the Explorer over.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you Pestering Blow the Explorer over, but I wouldn't. I
mean, even more so that Peace Accord's out, you would want them to fight.
Right. 100%. But so that's an interesting. I've not done a lot of searches for decks with Peace Accord and Pestering Blow. Maybe I should take a look at that. But yeah, no, I think the Bad Penny play last turn, not this turn, but so 2 turns ago.
Yeah.
The Bad Penny play could have been defensible depending on what the follow-up was, because you were defending an Umbra against being killed. But now he's going to play Bad Penny again, and Bad Penny's just going to die. So unless you're going to call... So he played Bad Penny and discarded Simon. I don't understand that at all.
Neither do I.
If you're going to play only... I'm assuming he's discarded Simon because he doesn't want Simon to get killed. But if you're going to play that at all, then play Simon. That way you don't clog your hand later. Like, that would seem to be the play that I would... I mean, again, maybe there's a line that I'm not seeing here. It's totally possible. But
Definitely.
But I would lean towards discarding Bad Penny, and if you want to play bait so that your Chain Gang doesn't get killed, which makes sense, then I would play Simon, because Simon won't get bounced back to your hand and clog your hand. You'll be able to call a different house next turn. But he played Bad Penny, so we'll see how
really hates Bad Penny.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe he really likes Bad Penny. I don't know.
Maybe he really hates Bad Penny. Just wants to. Does not playing the game to win. Just playing the game.
Wants it to suffer for max Bad Penny suffering. Yeah, that's possible. I think Sam does have a key already. We can't see it on stream. Their keys are unfortunately off stream. I think Sam has a key already. Collin's keys are in front of him, and he doesn't have one yet. He's got 5 amber.
Right. That sounds right to me. Yeah, Sam did come off to a really early lead. And the piece of cord helped.
So maybe he's planning on just sitting in shadows. Maybe that's the reason why he's doing this bad penny recursion thing, but the downside to that is that...
I mean, you could be holding the bad penny and just hitting his Collin's creatures with the Fangtooth Caverns more.
Yeah. There it is. There's the card I made an allusion to earlier. The Legacy Ember Imp.
That's unfortunate against the...
Very unfortunate against Cavern, but it is in effect currently, so until the end of his turn, he's got to find a way to kill it, or it will do some work. Ironically, it's very likely to force him to go back into shadows. because that's the thing he's least likely to have in hand, unless he's got a bunch of cards he wants to discard. Wait a second, didn't Buzzle fight? Or did he purge and then reap? He must have purged to ready Buzzle, then reap. I think that's what happened. Can someone in chat verify that Buzzle didn't actually fight? He reaped? I think he played one card, purged it to ready Buzzle, and then reap with Buzzle. Because if he fought, he would have had to lose 4 because of the piece of cord. But I think he just purged to ready and then reap once. I think that's all that happened. I really hope that's all that happened, because otherwise you should have a lot less amber.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
So Sam, if that's what happened, Sam here is free to fight, sitting at 0 amber, and can pop the piece of cord. But
that's true, but I don't...
There's no reason to fight here.
I don't think so. He's playing a Mustic to kill Molina.
Molina? Okay.
Yeah. Well, because if he's not playing more than 2 cards, then he knows. Now, if he tries to play a 3rd card here, then he's not considered the Ember Imp. But if you're only going to play 2 and you know Ember Imp is dying in end of turn, he's going to kill Ember Imp at end of turn anyway. Kill Ember Imp and Buzzle? Yeah, that's fair. If that's all you had, then that's not a terrible turn. And he's got to pay 7 for the Murmuk.
Yep.
7 for the key, so he pays all of his... Okay, thanks, chat. Chat is confirming that no illegal plays were made, that the Buzzle was purge 1 creature just to reap, which makes sense with the piece of cord. This is a really weird universe where a piece of cord exists, but there are also 2 caverns. So there's no fighting, but a lot of stuff is dying all the time.
Yep. All we need now is like a Tolos or something, just to really make things get weird. Okay, so flag emote. A judge flag.
Oh yeah, I think Wookiee's in.
Oh wait,
Wookiee's in chat. Yeah. Well, we both appear as AC. So.
How did the Shangang and the Malison interact? Oh, they missed the taunt on the Kirkar there.
Did he fight?
I think the piece of cord just got popped, and the Malison has damage, and Shangang is dead.
Yeah, is that... Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't think I can get to dunk it in time to correct that.
Right. But maybe someone could tell them that Kirkar has taunt.
Right.
So they don't make the same mistake in the future. But either way.
Or did Malison reap?
I'm pretty sure that's damage on Malison.
I'm not Malison, sorry. Did Etrame reap?
Etrame reaped to get rid of the Mystic Murmuk or Mustic Murmuk.
Oh, well then I don't know. Not positive.
Oh.
Might have been a taunt trigger missed.
Fangtooth Cavern then destroys all the Star Alliance cards. Well,
yeah, this is one where you get a bit of anti-synergy.
It might be good here, because Collin hasn't played Star Alliance in a while. It might have been a good Snag's Mirror turn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I do not know, chat, where that playmat is from. I assume it's from some place called the Emerald Tavern, because it says the Emerald Tavern Games and Cafe. Using Google, wow. Google suggests that it is a board game cafe in Austin, Texas, which would make a lot of sense. And yep, that's the same logo. So, it's a board game in Austin, Texas. Sorry, your stuff is actually happening. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Collin's turn was literally just Reap with his 2 disc creatures. It seems like that was a very strong Snagsmere return for Sam.
So we called Star Alliance and he locked him out of that.
Mm-hmm. But now he's back into Untamed.
Yeah, I wonder if I think he has 2 keys now, so he's probably far enough ahead that he just needs to push. But it is interesting that he's
basically control the weak turn. Yeah. Or a really good control the weak turn.
Yeah.
It's up at 5 amber. 2 keys. 2 amber, 1 key.
Is he at 5 or 4?
Or 4. You're probably right.
No, it's okay. There's a glare. It could be one hidden in that glare. I don't know. But I think he's at 4 amber, 2 keys. And Collin is at 1 key, 2 amber. So he's going to need to get back into this matchup. And you wonder if the turn skip that he functionally experienced earlier, where he had to call dis and fight with 1 creature or reap with 1 creature, whatever, because of the Snagsmere he had played, you wonder if how much of a difference that made in this match.
He's got a lot of cool cards in his hand. I think I saw a Gallum and a Tribute. So, or Golem, Rector, I don't know.
Yeah, Redder, yeah.
Redder.
So you wonder if you're in Collin's position here, and you have multiple sources of amber control and Saurian. I often think one of the things I often think about in this situation is, especially if I don't have a lot of amber control that I'm expecting to be drawing fairly soon, is do you hold a Tribute? Do you hold a Redder? Do you hold something, knowing that you're probably going to need some form of amber control next turn?
Oh wow!
And he holds all of it. Okay, all right. So the answer is yes, I guess. And here's double bad penny, subtle chain. So he's.
No, it's working, and it's working for him. And
I mean, yeah, he's not. So he's clogging his hand on a later turn, not on this turn because he's going to draw.
Right.
And then he's going to lose the bad pennies. Now, I don't know if you wouldn't. I still think there's a strong argument for discarding both, or at least discarding 1, so you get rid of Draco. Like I think that's something that he probably should be doing. Even if you want to use 1, so you don't lose your Kirkar. I don't know that both is correct.
So yeah. So you saw your opponent play literally just 1 card last turn. Did you just incentivize not to change the board state much? Is that like what's going on? Gain 1 amber, try to get to 6, play some creatures, and...
So a lot of people don't have a lot of experience playing against Snagsmere. Snagsmere is weird. It's a totally new effect in the manner in which it is. He's going to play Axiom to kill 1 creature?
Yep. And probably ward the Shrix at this point.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess he's mostly playing it to ward the Shrix there, which is okay. And now he's going to tribute onto the Shrix. Okay, alright, so the ward on the Shrix is the reason you're playing Axiom. It's not to kill the 1 creature. So he is now going all in on this plan of...
Shrix.
If my opponent can't kill Shrix immediately... Then I win. Now, actually, he doesn't have to kill Shrix immediately. He has to only kill... If he has 3 damage in hand, he can kill Redder. And then the Fangtooths could consecutively trigger on Shrix. Pop the ward, kill the Shrix. Which would probably cause him to win the game.
Right.
We'll see if he finds that line of play. We'll see if he plays more bad pennies. Hey, Grant. What's up? Grant's in chat. We'll see if he finds that line of play. He really needs to not play anything under 4 power.
Powerful, yeah. So Kirby, or sorry, not Kirby, Chan plus some sort of upgrade.
Is that Chan's blaster?
I have no idea.
So you really have to wonder if he had any sort of damage in hand. You have to hope that he would find that line, but it's very possible he didn't have damage in hand. Meanwhile, his opponent is now going to climb immediately back into the game and take the lead by forging off of all of the Amberon tricks. So that was a gamble that paid off very highly there. I'm just looking at Sam's deck to see what kind of direct damage he could have had that would have killed... would have killed Redder. Not a lot, actually. No zaps. No... Yeah, just not a lot. So that's fair. He probably didn't have anything in hand that would do it. So that gamble pays off. That is the turning point in the match, for sure.
100%. So, trying to think, was that Collin's plan on just playing the one Draco Preco? Did he have the tricks in hand? Like, maybe he was waiting for some setup like that.
Well, he could have been waiting for the Axiom or waiting for the Shrix, or I'm not really sure. I don't know. Although, if he was waiting on either of those things, he had about half of his deck remaining, and if he's waiting on a number of specific cards, that would be real tough. But that's it. It's over. It appears as though...
That was enough.
That big swingy play was successful. So, Collin emerges victorious. Absolutely turned the game around. That was a big deal.
Yeah.